Hey guys, how's it going? I'm here with a very special guest today. She is a language learner, a language teacher, a polyglot, an entrepreneur, a dancer, and recently a rapper. Sorry, is that too many?
No, thank you.
Did I miss anything?
No, that was an amazing introduction. I'm like turning red. This is such a nice introduction. All right, so, thank you. It's all true. It's all true.
So,
and you got it all.
Okay, so skip the intro then.
No.
What do you take most pride in all these things?
Okay. I think right now what I'm really trying to do is two things, like help people get motivated and inspired to learn a language and just like be silly and open and connect with people through language, which is what you do too. That's why we have this connection. And two, like to help teachers to get online with their businesses.
So you've got your audience of teachers that you're teaching, and then you've got your audience of students.
Right. So I started out actually teaching language online myself through GoNatural English for English language learners. And that's been going on for a few years. And yeah, it's been an interesting process, like figuring out, just what people want to see. And
what have you learned from teaching this big community of English learners, the challenges that people face on a day-to-day basis, learning a second language, being an advanced speaker and trying to still improve their accent or grammar or whatever it is? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think my surprise, what has really shocked me is learning that so many people from all different countries and all different cultures feel shy and unconfident about speaking a second language.
Don't be shy.
Yeah. Well, I've learned a lot from you because you're like silly and wacky and in a good way. Like you'll go, but like you told me the other day, you'll go out to somebody and say, "That's a nice red shirt." Didn't you tell me that? Like you'll compliment someone on their shirt, like in the street, like something random, right? But why not? Like you're not hurting anyone by giving them a compliment.
Right. I think that comes from people are afraid of rejection and failure.
Yeah.
And if you can bring that into your life in circumstances that have nothing to do with language, such as going up to someone and saying, "Hey, can I have a high five?"
Yeah.
And then you do that. Oh, okay. That works. But if you do that to 5 people, and then you realize like, hey, I actually got like 3 high fives, and the other 2 people just laughed and smiled and walked away.
Yeah.
And it's like just getting over that kind of fear of doing something that's out of your comfort zone, and then try to put that into language learning.
Yeah, totally. And maybe prepare yourself that not everybody's going to react positively.
Right. So do you think most of your YouTube viewers, they watch your videos, but they don't end up speaking? Or what's the issue there?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people need inspiration to just tell them, like, it's okay. Go out there and talk to people. Like, really, I'm a native English speaker. I would be happy if someone came up to me and said, "Hey, can I speak English with you?" Like, actually, that happened yesterday. I was sitting in the park. We're here in Ho Chi Minh, and I was sitting in the big park.
Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam.
Thank you.
To be specific. Ho Chi Minh was the person.
Yes.
We are in the city.
Thank you. Saigon. I was sitting in the park just like reading a book, and this young Vietnamese guy, maybe like 19 years old, came up to me and said, "Excuse me, can I speak English with you?" I was like, "Okay, sure, why not?" I'm nice. Maybe other people would say no, but
you just gave permission to every single Vietnamese English learner to approach you when you're reading a book in the park.
I'm never leaving my house again. I'm never going outdoors again.
So what I'm taking from that is just go and ask. The worst they can say is no.
Yeah.
But I think in general, we've learned this from traveling, is that most people are good and they want to help you.
Totally.
So whether it's language or asking for directions or anything, like, you just have to ask.
Well, right, and there's little things you can do too. Like today, my own challenge for Vietnamese is to use the numbers 10, 20, 30, and 40. They're my words for today. So like, I went out and I got lunch, some street food, and like I already knew the price because I go there every day. But I asked, "How much is it?" Bao Nhiêu. And then she was like, "What is it? Hi, Moi.
Are you using this video as your Vietnamese practice?
Oh my god. Yeah, sorry.
So you worked it into the conversation?
See, it's bad, but what I'm trying to do is just like use it every day. So, it's not embarrassing. Everyone has to make mistakes to learn, right?
It can be embarrassing.
Yeah.
But I think the more embarrassing the situation, the better you remember it.
Absolutely.
Because you remember the situation.
Yeah.
We remember things after the embarrassing or sad or crazy thing happens. If you get in an accident, you don't remember right before. You remember right when it happened and then the next 10 minutes following.
Yeah.
So as soon as that embarrassing moment happens, I think you have this like slower motion life, and then it's easier to remember.
Force yourself to push through those embarrassing times, and also to force yourself to use the language. I mean, even though we're in Vietnam, people speak English to me. A lot of people speak English, right? And that's nice, but you know, people will say thank you to me, and I'll be like, come on, right? Because I'm trying to practice my language. So, you know, just force yourself to use it and force yourself to get through that embarrassment too.
Right. Can you talk a little bit about your Vietnamese? What's your attack and your strategy? How's it going, and at what level would you say you're at?
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to say thank you to you and June. You've helped me a lot because, you know, Jeremy's
She's talking about I've got some YouTube videos up on if you want to learn Vietnamese.
Very helpful.
That's what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it helps.
I won't take credit though. It's you. You're the learner. What are you doing?
My approach. Yeah, well, watching videos helps because I need to hear the language. Like reading Vietnamese doesn't help me at all because I need to hear the tones and the pronunciation, and I'm not familiar with the rules of pronunciation yet. So if I was familiar, maybe reading would be okay, but I'm not yet. So I have to start very small too. Like I said, my challenge for today is to say 10, 20, 30, 40, which is very basic, but I'm starting from 0.
Right, but setting goals is a huge thing that you got to do when you're learning language, especially small goals at the start.
Yeah, just very small goals. Like don't expect yourself to be fluent, you know, to hold a conversation after a week. Like no way. But I mean, you think about what is a conversation? Like I asked the guy on the street selling coffee, I asked him for a coffee in Vietnamese, which is basically just like coffee, and he's like coffee, and then I said no sugar, and he's like no sugar. I was like how much? And he said how much. That was like the fluent conversation in like 3 phrases. So I mean, you have to be realistic, set goals, try to push yourself every day to learn at least a new word. Like I'm a super beginner, so I'm happy if I can pick up 1 new phrase a day.
Right, and I think that's one thing people struggle with is they think they got to do it all at once.
Right.
And it's like, oh, I'm going to learn, how are you, where are you going, what's your name, all this stuff.
It's actually a lot.
The first week, right, but if you were to learn 1 phrase a day, you know, a month later, you've got this whole
30.
Exactly.
Yeah,
this whole
more.
Repertoire of phrases, and then you can understand and speak and use. So
how's
it coming along? It's
coming along, and I try to learn things through daily life. You know, I have the opportunity to be here in Saigon, and so I'm picking things up in daily situations. Like, just one example that came to mind was like I went to the beach with a friend a few weeks ago, and I thought it would be funny to be able to ask people where's the beach, even though we were on the beach. I don't know, I thought it would be fun. So I learned how to say bye bien, and you know, I used it with everybody I saw, but that was like a situational opportunity. Here in Saigon, if I was asking people where's the beach, they might look at me a little funny because there's no beach. Anyway, you're asking me about how's it going, and I would just say, you know, for you who's watching, build a little bit each day. It doesn't matter if it's 1 word, but after a few days, after some time, you'll build on your vocabulary.
Right. Don't compare yourself with anyone except for the person you were yesterday.
Right.
I think that goes beyond language learning.
Totally. Oh my gosh. We could talk on and on about like how language learning is a tool for personal development too. I think it is.
Yeah, I agree. I think we'll keep it to language learning for this video. I'm gonna wrap this up because I know you're busy and you've got other stuff to do, like teach thousands of people on YouTube and motivate other teachers to become entrepreneurs and whatever music videos.
I do my best.
I want to leave you with the last word, if you want it.
Sure.
Any last words of inspiration or any more quotes you want to tell the world?
There's so many things, like just get out there and talk to people, like we said in the video. I mean, if you're a language learner.
Yeah, 7 minutes, go.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just, shyness really doesn't do anything for you. Like I mentioned, a lot of my learners ask me, what can I do? I'm not confident, I'm not shy. I'm like, wow, that's so interesting because it has really nothing to do with being able to speak the language. Like it has everything to do with it, but nothing to do with it at the same time. You just have to let it go. Like your shyness is not serving you. Be shameless. Be shameless.
Don't be shy, be shameless.
Yeah. That's my quote of this video. Don't be shy, be shameless.
Alright, maybe I'll write that in like big letters. Boom, boom. Don't be shy, be shameless. Gabby
Okay.
Wallace. Alright guys, if you'd like more from Gabby Wallace, I'm gonna link to all of her YouTube channels.
Yeah.
If that's okay.
Cool, yeah,
She's
yeah.
got more than I can keep track of. And
Too many projects.
And who knows, maybe we'll have a new music video coming out or some sort of interview part 2. But thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to this channel if you want more language learning tips. Subscribe to hers. And yeah, good luck. And remember, don't be shy.
Be shameless. And if you guys would like to see another music video from us, leave a comment. Let us know.
Yeah, that's true. I guess we enjoy the music videos, but really they're for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want more, let us know. If you have any suggestions, that would be great. Or any songs you want us to do a parody of, or any songs that you wrote and you want us to sing, or
Wow.
that's probably unreasonable and not going to happen. But you never know who's watching. So yeah, if you want more, let us know, and don't be shy.
See ya.
You're supposed to say be shameless.
Oh, be...
Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Outtake.